Get the upper hand on your competition with SCUF controllers. Use code OGXRAYZ to get 5% off your entire order. Yo guys, what's up? It's XRAYZ. Welcome back to another Black Ops 4 video. So today I wanted to cover an interview that David Vonderhaar had with Game Informer, where they talked a bit about Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and a ton about Blackout. I wanted to go through all these points. This article was, or I should say this was all summarized by Charlie Intel, so huge shout out to them. They just recently hit 1 million followers on Twitter also, so a big congrats to them. That's pretty awesome. It's a pretty awesome milestone to hit. So with that said, let's talk about what Von said in this interview. Now, he started off by saying on Blackout that they were blown away by the reception, that they felt confident and they felt good, and that the reception was way better than they expected. And to be completely honest, I was also very much blown away, not only by the mode, but also by the amount of people who were praising the mode, the amount of people who were trying it and enjoying it from all different types of like gamers. It was really cool. It was a really awesome thing to see, because Call of Duty just does not get as much praise as it did before, and so it was really cool to see everyone kind of come together and agree that this was something awesome. So I'm happy. I'm sure Vaughn is very happy, and everyone at Treyarch is super happy as well. Now, they mentioned that they have yet to decide the final player count for Blackout at launch. They did have 100 players, and it did hold up pretty well towards the end of the beta, but at the moment they're working to optimize the whole thing. And they said that the player count can change post-launch, and they might even feel, I don't know, like they might do 115 maybe with some special events. I think that would also be pretty cool. So 115 players? Come on, God, you're treating us too well, man. Alright, so the next one is Blackout will be more optimized for regular PS4. Honestly, when I was playing, I never really experienced any problems, so if they optimize it even more from the smooth crispiness that it was, I think that's going to be pretty good. They mentioned that Blackout post-launch, there was going to be an aggressive plan. They're still working on the plans for it, but there's going to be events, there's going to be planning, there's going to be a ton ongoing as well. And the response reinforces what they felt, and they feel like they are on the right track. But I can't wait to see what these events and stuff is going to be like. Yes, there will be more skins that are added to the game. That is good to hear. There are more weapons in the game at launch than in the beta, and any new weapon that does make it into MP will be making its way over to Blackout as well. That's amazing. It took them forever to add any of those new weapons to zombies, so it's just good to hear that they are planning on adding those to Blackout as well, and I think it adds a little more hype. The studio's reaction on armor is that it's very hotly debated about at the moment. They're looking at additional ways to make it work. It's not just about like lowering how much it does, you know, you can also mess with how often it drops, where it drops, and all of that good stuff. So they can attack this from multiple angles, and it's just right now being debated within the studio, which is pretty good. There's a lot of work on audio that is going on. In the final game, the players can actually speak. Players have to initiate it, and it's a feature in MP and Blackout. There has been a lot of work on footsteps, auto priority, and more. Lots of audio bugs fixed. That's good to hear. I didn't really notice any problems. I know that they're addressing where your teammates are going to have quieter footsteps now, which is a good step. I really like that. And I think you're going to change something about awareness and the way that it works, so we'll see about that. But I'm just happy that your teammates won't be loud as hell when they're right next to you and kind of throwing you off when you're trying to figure out where the enemy is at. So to me, awesome. Work on that, optimize it, balance that baby out. Awesome. Treyarch debated auto picking up ammo, but the auto made it so that the ammo was not really being taken seriously apparently, and people will not take ammo seriously if auto pickup was enabled, so they want ammo to matter. I honestly still don't get this decision. Because, yes, you want to have a certain amount of strategy in that, you know, maybe you run out of ammo, maybe you need to grab another weapon, but it makes no sense. Everyone, whenever they loot, they're looting for ammo. And it makes no sense that you're slowing down the pace of the game and the, I don't even know what they call it. I just call it the circle or I don't even know what they call it. Whatever. I think it's dumb that you need to go in there just to grab the ammo. Literally half the time, the way we're looking in there is for meds and then for ammo. And it makes no sense that they're making you go through it individually. It wastes so much time and takes you out of the game. It honestly takes you out. Vaughn, please, ammo shouldn't matter. It should be about gunfights and having fun. I don't want to be looting for ammo. It takes you completely out of the experience. I personally feel that way. All right, so the next one is that there is almost no changes to the muzzle flash in Blackout. They are planning on leaving it at what it was in the beta. So for you guys that are wondering what that is, it's pretty much how much like distraction you have when you're shooting. You have that flash in front of your muzzle. And some people feel like it's a little too extreme. It makes it hard to get into gunfights with people, especially if you don't have a sight. And if you're up close or if they're at a distance, it really throws you off and you can't see them. But apparently they like where it's at and it's not going to be changing. It didn't really bother me much, but I know maybe some other people just were not a big fan of that. Vaughn says that he has a whole agenda of how he wants custom games and custom game settings to work in Blackout, but there's no new info on that. I'm excited, man. I really want to do custom matches as well. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Friendly fire will still be enabled, so they're not going to be changing that. Vaughn has a host of team configurations he wants to try out. There is no split screen yet in Blackout. They are testing it, but they are not sure if it will work, so we'll see. I think that'd be pretty hilarious to be running with your little buddy in split screen, so we'll see if that ends up working. Let me know, do you guys even want to see that? I honestly don't see a reason why not, unless it really messes with the optimization of the matches and like totally throws everything off, so I'm totally cool with it. There is no inventory management being worked on right now, but they have a great idea on how to improve it, and they are focusing on that right now. They don't know how to let inventory be up while you run on console. It's technically possible, but they are sorting it all out and trying to learn how to improve it. So essentially, how can you go to your inventory start menu while still running? They're still trying to figure that out. They have plans to expand kill cams to add more details to it, but no set date for that yet. They're trying to get basics of kill cam to operate correctly first. I wonder what that means, man. I wonder if you could go like cinematic shots. I think that would be kind of hilarious if they did that. The next thing was that there are a lot of spectating features coming to Blackout. One feature that's coming at launch that was not in the beta. Vaughn says that players who are spectating could have more information than the players that make spectating fun. So we'll see about that. Maybe they're making it so you can see people around the corner, or you know how far other people are, or what weapons they have. I think that'll be interesting. It'll almost be like you're watching a pro match, but it'll just be a regular match. I think that's actually pretty cool. All right, so the next thing, kind of sad, there will be no ranked in Blackout, so maybe it'll come in the future, but we'll see about that. There could be crazy tournament stuff for Blackout, but they don't want ranked play in Blackout, so we'll see about that. Hopefully they change that up. I would definitely want to try something that's more of a ranked play, like a separate playlist. Definitely don't add it to the regular one, but if some people want to get competitive, maybe give them a chance to do it. They want to see if grapple to a vehicle could happen, but nothing finalized yet, so essentially they want to see if maybe you use your grapple to get, like, you know, locked into a vehicle, it'll automatically get you in it. I think that'd be a pretty hilarious thing. I honestly would want to see that, so we'll see about that. Vaughn says that he will ask about being able to hover in a helicopter and shoot while you are playing solo. So that's one of the things you can't do when you're playing solo. You can't just like, I mean, you can swap over to a different seat, but then your helicopter starts crashing, so we'll see. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of feel like I don't want that. So let me know what you guys think about that. But I just feel like it'd be too much. You know, if people are able to just destroy your ass while they're hovering on their little helicopter, they would also be allowing themselves like easier access to getting shot. But I don't know. I just feel like there's really no need for that in solo. All right, so this one's pretty big. It's information on the future of Blackout, whether we're getting a new map or maybe changes to the map that we already have. And this is Vaughn. He says, I cannot announce the plans for the future of the map. I can tell you that there are plans for the future of the map. I went through them in detail 2 days ago, and they're sick, and I can't wait. Game Informer says Vaughn mentioned during their visit there's a lot of open ocean out there, and Vaughn quickly shushes him. So there might be more stuff added to the outskirts of that ocean. Maybe we'll get, you know, the big ship from Black Ops 2. I'm blanking on the name for some reason. So we might get other really cool maps like that. I honestly do want to see it, because you could do Carrier, you could do like a ton of different maps from Black Ops 2, honestly, in the ocean. So we'll see about that. And also, I would want to see another little island map. Like, what if they added Alcatraz out in the ocean as like a zombies location, Mob of the Dead? That would be sick, dude. So we'll see about that. Savant says that he has seen over 175 concepts for events and events internally based things for Blackout to keep the mode new and unique. There is no shortage of ideas, and that is good to hear. Now, the Blackout Circle closing in on zombies locations is an idea for one of the special events. That sounds like a very interesting idea. Collapse of Circle has many features to come. They want to adjust the tick rate and more ideas they're working on. The circle speed should be adaptive to player count as well. So the less players, the faster that thing's gonna be coming on that ass, so we'll see about that. Blackout leveling up system is different. There are 80 levels in total. You have to get kills and get top 5 and top 10 in order to level up. you cannot prestige. End of 80, there is a granddaddy of all prizes and prizes along the way. So, you know, I'm going to be grinding for those Mac daddies, baby. There are changes coming to the merit system at launch. They need more data on the beta in order to tune it, so we'll see about that. Vaughn says he hopes to implement custom matches in Blackout. He cannot confirm or deny it, but there is a vision of implementing it into the game. There's going to be a colorblind setting in multiplayer, and they are working to implement that into Blackout. Text chat should be disabled in Blackout, apparently. No details on microtransactions just yet for the mode. There are many things related to Easter eggs have not been found, I should say, in Blackout, so maybe there's stuff in there we're missing. We'll definitely have to go do another kind of sweep of the map when it does come out on October 12th. Now, Vaughn says that he won't be a playable character in Blackout. Sadly, I mean, the boy already has the squirrel wingsuit. I mean, come on, you already had it, boy, just put yourself in there. No mod tools announcements just yet, and they are fans of the transit bus in the building, so we'll see. Maybe the transit bus will become a helicopter for some reason in the future. That would be kind of hilarious, honestly, having like a propeller on the top of the transit bus. I think it'd be kind of hilarious, or maybe added somewhere on the map. So yeah, guys, that is all the information that we got here for Blackout from this interview that David Vonderhaar had with Game Informer. A ton of information. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys do drop a like, guys. It's super appreciated, incredibly helpful. And if you are new to the channel, if you want to see even more videos like these, I'm going to have a ton more Call of Duty Black Ops 4 news, info, rumors, leaks, and more coming. So make sure you guys are subscribed and have those notifications on so you don't miss a single upload from me. And if you guys want to talk about anything, Twitter is literally the best place to do so. I am constantly talking over there. At OGXRAYZ, I'll have a link down in the description below, along with links to my gaming and second channel for more content from me. And if you do want to support the channel directly, you guys can do so by checking out my channel memberships. You get access to early content, exclusive videos, and a special badge that shows up in all of my live streams and in the comment sections of all my videos. So check that out only if you are willing and able to. You guys have an awesome day. Take care. I'm out. Peace.